Today we will speak, inshallah, about different chapters in brief, which usually you would find in the Islamic fiqh when they talk about transactions. Therefore, partnership is a well-known section of jurisprudence. Partnership means to go with one or more partners into a joint venture where the money is shared by all parties or some of them, and work is shared by those who don't contribute financially, depending on the type of partnership, or known in Arabic as Sharika. And Sharika means partnership, a firm, or a company. And this is what's usually comes to a person's mind when he hears the word Sharika. It's a company. It is having joint rights or actions. So we go into this investment, we share the profit according to what we agree upon, and the loss is there depending on the type of the sharika, of the partnership or the company. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, thus do many partners wrong one another except for those who believe and do righteous deeds. So Allah Azza wa Jal is telling us that partnership is permissible, but warning us at the same time that so many partners may be tempted by this world, by wealth, by gains and profits, that they may transgress against their partners. And I've personally seen hundreds of similar cases coming to me with siblings, with in-laws, with even couple, a man and his wife, going into partnership, and then one of them stabs the other in the back while thinking that what he's doing is totally legit and correct. And this is how shaitan works. And this partnership is a legitimate contract which all people need since the beginning of time in order to progress, to make money. What I can do by myself is usually limited, but when I'm joining forces with others, this gives what we're doing more momentum, and the bigger the company is, the bigger the capital is. This is all what is mentioned in the book about partnership. However, if you investigate a little bit more, maybe if we finish this book and we go to something more advanced, we will be able to elaborate a little bit. But a company is divided into a number of types, many types. The most well-known is what is known al-Mudarabah, and you may hear this terminology a lot in the Islamic banks and the Islamic transactions. Mudarabah meaning that, in a nutshell, without going into details, to start a joint venture or an alliance or a partnership where the financing is from one and the labor and the actual administration and work is from the other. So someone comes and says, Sheikh, I have a wonderful idea. I am an expert in selling emeralds and rubies, and in Tanzania it is very cheap to mine for these precious stones, and I know the country well, and I have done business there for 20 years. Now, I have a potential project that will generate maybe this or that, so I need $1 million. So I said, I have the $1 million. I trust you. But what would this partnership be like? He said, you give me the $1 million, I'll be the CEO, I'll run and buy mines and extract these precious stones, treat them and sell them. And whatever profit we get, I'll give you 70% from the profit, not from the capital, and 30% I will take as my share. This is negotiable. I with the $1 million may say no. I suggest that it is 80-20. He may say no, I'm the one with the expertise, I go for 50-50. Whatever we agree upon, it's a done deal. This is called Mudarabah. Now, if things go well and the company makes profit, so it is according to what we have agreed upon. And so it's 70-30. But if the business went south and there was a loss, and the loss was genuine, there's no transgression from the CEO, there is no negligence. Business, this is what happens. You either win or lose. In this case, the loss is accumulated on the capital. So my $1 million are gone. While the work and effort that the CEO had invested is also gone. He's not obliged to pay anything. This is known as Mudarabah. There is another company called Shirakatul wujooh. And in this, both partners or all of them, they contribute with money from all sides, and they contribute in the management as well. There is a company called wujooh, which means faces. And this means that two get into partnership, but they don't have money. So they go and borrow or buy things on credit due to their own reputation. This is due to their own faces, meaning that the people have value for their names. So they give them willingly on credit, and they sell, and with the profit they make, they share among themselves. This is Shirakatul wujooh. And there is Shirakatul abdan, which also they don't have any capital to invest, but they have their bodies and labor work. So they're plumbers, they are Freemasons, builders, they are whatever. So they agreed to form this company, they go and work, whatever they do, they share between them. And there's a difference of opinion among scholars whether this is legitimate or not. So in short, this is summarizing the chapter that deals with a Shiraka or a Sharika, which is partnership. And if you go to the books, the detailed books of fiqh, you'll find many pages talking about so many different issues with evidences from the Quran and from the Sunnah and from the different schools of thought about this issue.